Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to After
episode
Hours,
4.
episode 4 of After Hours. This entire episode will not be an ASMR. But after the intro to the first episode, I thought maybe something to balance it out, because we were listening back to the intro, and I feel bad for headphone users. But anyways,
yeah, we do have to explain this for those who didn't watch Basement Therapy episode 4 regular.
Please, come on, you gotta watch it.
Shameless got a little audio problem going on. He forgot his mic
Why are we always snitching me out?
because you're the only one who fucks up.
Go back and watch it.
Nobody
That's
fucks
important.
up like you. Just
Just
go
go
back.
watch the
watch the
first
first,
like
minute.
5 minutes.
Y'all
Yeah.
are some snitches.
Anyways,
he's using a fucking Gamer Gear headset.
HyperX, one of our sponsors, by the way.
one of our sponsors for today.
Anyways, in the first episode, we talked about, or first meaning the main episode, we talked about what TV shows we watched growing up, what it was like growing up on scheduled TV and then switching to on demand. And if you haven't seen that, go back and watch it, because we're going to talk about our childhood crushes growing up.
That's right. We're gonna get into our hee-hees and our hoo-hoos.
And I'm
in our
assuming
younger days.
I'm assuming that most of these crushes are people from the shows that we watch.
No.
Really?
Wait, what?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet. Of course, today we are drinking as usual. Me and Shameless Overwatch, or Ishmael, or Bichiro.
What?
Can you say he's drinking if he just drinks claws?
Yeah.
Does that
What do you
count as
mean?
drinking?
I drink
Doesn't
more than
count as a
both of you
drink.
guys.
That is wrong.
But it's a claw. It's basically carbonated water.
Okay. Does it not have alcohol?
Yeah, but you don't really. If
What
you,
have you drank?
listen,
What
if
have
you
you
can't
drank?
taste it, you can't feel it.
Ooh.
What have you drank?
All right, I'll be honest. I have not drunk anything because I do not want the calories.
Oh, now
That more of a
okay.
bitch move than a claw. That's a Hollywood Hills behind right there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if I was gonna drink, then it would be something I could taste. I'm
You
gonna
hear the-
I'm
you
gonna
hear the-
forever
Okay.
count on.
You hear this clown prioritizing his health? Imagine
Because
taking care of your body.
We're doing this every Friday now, and last Friday we had Ish brought in we weren't supposed to bring in any food. He brought in pizzas, and then I had a slice, and then I had a drink after, and I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, for the record, Ishmael brought us a fucking tart cake, but not his fucking mic. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we talked about in the main episode. He brought like a crumble cake, like dead ass, like a
He's
giant
got like a little bakery.
a
going on
giant
outside his
cookie.
No, it had to be that.
And he said he
I'm
got it from
trying to
the
eat it healthy.
shoddy.
It had to be
Oh,
healthy
yeah,
than
one of
what
his
you guys
side
are bringing.
He said he got it from the shoddy. So I'll let you guys.
Okay, it was a lot more
do with that
healthy
what
than
you will.
these nuggets
Maybe
that you
we'll-
invited us to.
Maybe we'll no, the nuggets got protein at least.
Protein.
Maybe we'll come back to it next week. He'll give us an update on his shoddy. But
Yeah.
can I just start by saying I'm in week 4 of my job, and I'm saving up for a car. And when I get it, maybe we could do like a car vlog, and or like a car podcast,
My car.
and then we like crash at the
God.
end and die.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, you guys can follow me like in my car though.
Yeah, let's
Follow
let's-
you?
why are we
No,
talking about
okay. Let's not talk about the Nissan Altima. I'm just giving life updates. You
Okay,
guys have
wh-
anything?
What are you buying?
Oh,
So
okay.
you got your
wait,
girl.
cars? Yeah,
I'm
Shameless
saving up
Overwatch
for a
got
car.
girl. Sign up
Okay,
for a
then
car.
no. What car are you saving up for?
I am looking at hybrids.
Hybrid. Okay.
Yes, I'm looking
Wow.
at the
save the
Okay,
environment.
you gonna buy cash or you gonna finance it?
I'm gonna save up, put cash down, and then finance the rest.
How much are you gonna save?
I'm probably gonna put 6 or 7,500 down, and then just finance the rest. I'm looking at
What's the most are you willing to spend on that?
probably like 25, 26. Shout out to the Honda gang. I'm looking at the Honda Insight. Shout out to the Hyundai gang. I'm looking at the new Elantra. That thing looks sick.
It's Hyundai.
Hyundai.
I'm looking at the
No, I'm just kidding. It's Hyundai.
Hyundai.
It's Hyundai.
But it's gonna be sick.
Stop.
You guys aren't huge car people, but once you see it, you're gonna be like, "That looks cool." So that's good enough for me.
Still not gonna top my car, but
No, he's not gonna say that's cool. He's gonna be like, that needs some RGB lights on it.
He's gonna say that's not Nissan Altima
yeah,
enough.
you need the little light when you open the door to show
no,
on the
you,
floor.
you need some bass on that car. That's what you need.
Okay, you could have had a Nissan Altima. Why'd you get a white one? Like, as if enough Mexican people don't already have white
the
cars.
white one was a pretty shit one. You may as well get like a fucking spray that bitch down. But anyways, you wanted to sell that thing anyways.
I already own 2 cars. I mean,
That's great. Eric,
I
do you
want
have
to go to third.
anything new, Eric? Any updates?
I went to Lagoon yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was fucking hot. Holy shit.
Yeah, yesterday. Okay, that's funny because yesterday by far was the hottest day of the month.
Yeah, I was pretty unlucky. We went there. We went on 3 rides, and literally between each ride, we were escaping from the sun. Me and production, we were just fucking. Oh fuck! It's hot as shit. I brought my hydro flask too. We drank the water like so fast because we were so thirsty, and then like I kept leaving my bottle between rides, and then I was like kept looking at it. I was on top of
Someone's
the
going
tallest roller
jacket.
coaster on Colossus or whatever, and I was still peeking over to see if someone took my water bottle while I was at the top.
That's a valuable resource out there in Lagoon.
Exactly. And oh my God, I got so thirsty. We went to this store that had AC. Anywhere that had AC, we lived there. And then I was like, fuck, I need water. I opened this refrigerator. Coke brand. Uh-oh. Dasani.
Dasani.
But when you're thirsty, and this shit was ice cold.
You paid for the $8 Dasani bottle.
It was a $4 Dasani bottle, dude. Oh my God, it's so bad. But we just chugged that bit. We were so fucking thirsty. And just, I didn't want to go on any rides. I was like, nope, these lines are insane. I'm just like, you know what? Let's go to Laguna Beach. So there we just vibed.
That was clutch.
But, like,
Wait,
it
how long
was-
did you stay there?
We went there like at 2 p.m. and left at like 9.
Oh, you guys went late.
Well, I saw no reason going early.
I go early when I go to Lagoon.
Normally I go early, but like now that I'm older, I'm like, lines and heat.
It's usually cooler in the mornings though, and then you have to sit through like the middle of the day where it's
and
just
the lines are
miserable.
pretty bad in the morning, like getting your ticket and all that. But anyways,
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew what I was doing.
Traffic is worse in the morning.
Yeah. And yeah, so we were there for a bit. Laguna Beach saved the day. I went down a slide. Water went up my nose. And then when I fell off the slide, at the very end, I was like washed. So I couldn't stand up because I didn't know which way was up. So everyone's laughing at me, struggling to get up in 3 feet water.
We're almost drowned.
I was like drowning in 3 feet water. And then the coach is like, "Yeah, you good?" This like teenage girl just
Yo,
sticks it-
it's first time
this girl
out.
is just like, "Yo, hey, you good?"
Yo, First time at the at the Lagoon pool since the pandemic. Give a brother a break.
Yeah. Let me chill.
So we had a life death experience yesterday.
You need some
Basically,
Yeah,
floaties
you know,
with you.
your life flashed before
I
your
had
eyes.
to catch a break yesterday. Christ,
Did they toss you a floaty after?
I wish motherfuckers didn't care.
Shit.
But yeah, I guess that's our weekend updates. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to.
He still does that joke. That's a running joke from
Gonna
episode
stick
1.
around.
Okay, childhood crushes. I'm just gonna come out and say I had a crush on Hannah Montana. Easy.
I had a crush on Miley Cyrus.
Okay, yeah, Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana.
I
Was-
like brunettes more than blondes.
Oh yeah.
Who's the red hair from the '70s show?
Donna?
Donna.
Dude, I
Wait,
thought she was
wait.
hideous.
Really?
Isn't Donna the mom?
No,
No.
no. You're thinking about Cat.
Oh, the mom's named Cat.
Yeah.
Got them backwards.
Yeah.
You think she's
I thought
hideous?
no. Okay, she's not hideous. I over exaggerated, but I don't think she's attractive at all.
I thought she was
I
attractive
think
when I was
she's
younger.
bad.
I think Mila Kunis's character, she as a kid, I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
she's
so, I
a
mean she's
baddie.
still bad, but
She's still bad. Yeah.
um
I thought Eric's
now-
sister was pretty bad. Or you didn't think so, the blonde?
I don't have a sister, you asshole.
No,
Dude,
On the '70s show.
yeah, no. What's sad is that she was actually so hot.
oh yeah,
She got
Donna.
into
No, she's
drugs?
bad. I remember her.
You didn't think she was bad?
I think she's bad.
No, Eric.
No, I don't think she's
Eric
bad.
doesn't like white women though.
I dated one. What do you mean?
He doesn't like white women.
Okay.
Yeah, and he hated it. It was miserable.
It was
Point
okay at
proven.
first.
Point proven.
Anyways, I'm traumatized. no, yeah, his
They offered you a
Eric's- the
chimichanga,
character,
huh?
Eric's sister was hot as fuck, and then she got into like crack. And
Yeah.
it got so bad she died, and they just recast her.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
it's pretty
I
bad.
don't
That's
keep up
epic,
with,
isn't
like,
it?
The
like,
best,
after that?
and the thing that made me fucking as a kid was Mrs. Incredible.
Oh, so we're getting into cartoons.
Lola Bunny.
Yeah, there's too many to
What was it?
count, bro.
Raven from Teen
Even
Titans.
fucking Nala from The Lion King.
Raven was so bad. Wait, what?
Wait, no, no, hey, no,
Pause.
no, no.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Pause.
wait,
What's
what?
up? You gonna bring the animals into
What's up?
this?
What's up? Yeah, what's up?
You
I
good?
beg your pardon. I
Yeah.
beg your pardon.
Oh yeah. Hannah Montana. I love Hannah Montana, man. Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Zoe from Zoe 101 was bad.
I just knew Victoria's had attractive people in it as a kid. but
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't know
Victoria's
it was
Secret.
Victoria's Secret. What the fuck?
I thoroughly enjoy our sponsor, Victoria's Secret.
Ah, yes. Do you guys ever, when you were kids, did you guys ever like have to look for your mom and then you go through like the lingerie section?
yeah.
And like you're like, oh fuck, I'm not
Just
supposed to
feel
look at these
awkward.
girls in these underwear. But
I
then
was-
sometimes you take a peek and like,
I was like,
yeah.
I was like, an employee's gonna look at me and be like, that little pervert. Let me go and confront him.
exactly. Or I felt like a loser for being in there. Like, this guy has to look at underwear to get up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
You got lost in the store before, huh?
Oh,
You
dude,
sound
I
like one of those
always
guys.
got lost. Because my mom would stay in one. Okay, so we're the type of people, but when we go shopping, my mom would stay in that mall for like 5 hours. People would clock in and clock out before her.
No way, bro.
She was there for a long time, and my brother can mark my words on it. We were fucking exhausted.
I wouldn't let my parents stay for that long.
So we bitched, we cried. What
I'd
the fuck am
start-
I gonna do?
yeah, I'd start
I'm an
bitching.
8-year-old cunt. So eventually I run away, and then I'm just looking at shit. I
By
get
yourself?
lost. Yeah, by myself.
With your brother.
Well, we stick together eventually, then we both get lost. Walmart was like an hour or two, and then we just
What do you do for
I
2
break-
hours in Walmart?
I break my neck staring up to play those video games, remember?
Oh, that
Those TVs that would be like all the way at the top.
that kind of goes back to our first episode topic, but that shit was sick. Like I going to like Walmart to try out games. People actually did that back in
Yeah, I just play the tutorial over and over again.
Ish. And do you have any childhood crushes that stand out from the stuff you used to watch?
Nala from the Lion King.
From like a TV show or
Yeah, or a movie or whatever.
I
Dora
don't even
the
know.
Explorer.
I don't even know where we're going with this
Dora the
shit.
Explorer.
Let's just move on
Arthur's
to you.
sister? What's Arthur's sister's name?
EW.
Oh, Starfire. Starfire.
Maybe
Ooh, that's a good one. Starfire from Teen
I like
Titans.
Raven more, but
No, I honestly,
No, okay,
I
Raven, I realized later when I was a teenager. I was like,
yeah, I'm with him on that.
I
Like,
was like,
it was Starfire at first, and then once I grew older, like seeing those goth girls,
I knew from the beginning, bro. She's so bad.
really,
Yeah.
it took me some
Damn.
time to actually grow
Yo,
onto the Raven.
Shigo
Honestly,
from Kim Possible.
No, I just liked Kim. I know I was never into the goth girl stuff.
really,
No, but little Shane Manimon loved their big titty goth girls.
Yes, sir. I like me a white bunny. I'll just say that. I'm
You?
just trying to think of shows that Ish talked about, but he didn't talk about shit.
I
in the
remember
first
those
episode.
fucking
I barely
skanks
watch
from
anything.
those skanks from what's it called? Ed and
Ed and
Eddie.
Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
The realistic
Yo,
neighborhood
the trap hose.
the trash house.
Yo, those
Okay,
girls
well,
were
hey,
trap
but-
hose before trap
but
hose
what
were a
I mean,
thing.
the blue one would have to be the favorite.
Yeah,
there.
the blue with the one with the blue.
The other ones are just
Oh yeah, the one
trash.
that had
yeah.
a crush on Eddie. Yeah, yeah, she had she had redeeming.
You know
stuff
what
to
was
her.
always a weird thing though, as a kid, watching Simpsons and Family Guy, those scenes where they make Marge and Lois look hot.
Mm,
And
yeah,
I was like, wait, what? Am I attracted to her? And then the next episode, she's like completely ugly and normal. And it's like, oh, okay. And then they go back to making Marge look hot, like her hair's wet in the shower and stuff, and like Lois has long hair or something like that.
and
I'm
like Brian the dog.
yeah.
Why you gotta bring up the dog?
Brian. Yeah, shit like that was trippy.
You're into Meg. I could tell.
Meg, you're built like Meg.
Yeah.
Eric's high school girlfriend was built like Meg.
Honestly, though, yeah, halfway through, she was built like Meg. At the end of
So
it.
yo, he kind of is into Meg a
It
little
was
bit.
pretty bad.
Damn, bro, those cartoon girls do go a little crazy. What about y'all ever have anything for Ben 10's cousin?
Nah,
No. She. I guess Eric just doesn't like redheads, gingers.
oh, I love redheads.
I mean, you shit on every redhead that we
What do you
talked about.
mean? Okay, name two.
Name two.
Name a redhead.
Name a redhead.
Yeah.
No, there would be like, I don't know. I never got to know one or meet one in person. If you were to ask me, like, if I a single Eric, like, would you love to date a redhead? Like, okay, here's the thing. My favorite
You would
white
say
girls.
yes to any.
My favorite
person
white girls are
asked you to date.
brunettes and redheads. Those two. Prefer those highly over blonde. I don't know. Something about pretty. Okay, here's the thing. I feel like there's a difference between redhead and ginger. I don't like ginger.
Oh
But
Lord.
I love me some red hair.
I don't even know. I think he's stereotyping now.
Is
Um,
what? Is that a fucking race?
I don't think your redheads are real. Is what I mean by that. Like I think your vision of redheads are fake.
No. Look, man, all I'm saying is I've looked up redheads in porn. Okay, I know what I'm doing.
No, he's right. Okay, fine. All right. But you can't win when they bring in porn. Like that's
That's the final mode.
that's the final card,
He's
bro.
explored the categories already. He's been in
Damn.
every category.
Every nook and cranny, I've been there, done that.
Okay. Any movie girls?
Yeah.
Let's go a little older. Let's go a little older.
I liked what's her face? The girl who plays.
Did you guys ever go crazy for
Who's the girl
Megan
who plays
Fox?
June? Oh
Megan
yeah,
Fox?
yeah,
Megan
yeah.
Fox in the
During
first Transformer.
Oh my god, Yeah, she made it
Transformers.
go
Megan
insane,
Fox was so fun.
she still is, but like right there, that was like whoa.
I mean, she's an older, classier woman now.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the Batman one, the one with the guy with the mask. I don't know my Batman.
The guy with the mask?
Halle
Yeah.
Berry.
Yeah, that guy. I mean, I like who is the
Anne
Batwoman?
Hathaway?
Wait, you're talking about the guy?
No,
you
the
keep
girl,
saying
the girl,
guy.
Anne
no,
Hathaway?
like I'm trying to see
No,
if
hold
we
on,
could narrow
pause.
it.
He said the guy.
No, we're trying to narrow down the movie because I don't
my
even know the
my
Batman
dude
movie.
just said the guy from the Batman.
You just said Batman. All right, I think we're good.
Okay, but that girl in that movie,
Anne Hathaway,
Like the live
or,
action
like,
movie?
the girl that looks
Yeah.
like the love interest from Spider Man.
yeah, I think it's her.
Really?
I don't know if it's the same one that we're talking.
You know what I'm
That's
talking
what I
about,
said.
like,
I don't know what they're talking
Jake
about.
Gyllenhaal's sister, Arkham Knight. The Joker grabs her face.
Yeah.
No.
No, I
seen
don't think
her?
it's that one. No,
That's,
it's
that's
not
not
that
what he's
one.
talking
Oh, you're
about.
talking about Catgirl.
Yeah, oh, Catgirl.
Yeah, he's talking about
Okay,
Yeah,
Catgirl.
he's
that
talking about
one.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, that one. I thought she was.
She's pretty. She's pretty.
Anne Hathaway is pretty. But I didn't expect you to go so old. Oh, but you have
What
a
do you mean
thing
that
for
old?
older women,
Oh
though.
yeah,
She old?
We've established this in his childhood, the episode where we talk about like our childhoods and stuff, like our first kisses and everything. I think it's that one. But Ish has a thing for older women.
Her more mature.
He's actually dated a woman older than his mother at one point.
No,
I told him stop, but it's a free country.
I mean, if we're speaking that terms. I mean, yeah. I mean, he ain't wrong, but I
I
ain't
was
going
just
that
thinking,
ancient.
I was like, Eric's gonna bring porn back into this.
I mean, if you really want to go that way,
Um,
this is after hours.
I'm just trying to think of like superhero women.
Why does it have to be superhero?
No, because like live action movies that I watched when I was growing up, but they were mostly just shows. Like I wasn't into the original version of MJ. We talked about this in the movies episode.
Yeah, she's not pretty at all.
Um
I like what's her face, Gwen, the girl who plays Gwen,
yeah, Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. She's pretty.
Yeah.
That's a redhead.
I love Emma
That's a
Stone.
good redhead.
Well, she's not redhead,
I-
she's ginger, but
Did you ever watch Smallville? The Superman?
Wait, the girl who played Lois?
Yeah.
Lois
Really?
Lane.
I was gonna say her.
Yeah, I
Pretty
remember my
cute.
brother had a
Mm.
huge crush on
She's
her.
really cute. Or
Dude, he
at
was
the
obsessed.
at the start of the series, also
Mm-hmm.
kind of like the was it Lana? Was it Lana?
Oh
I
no,
think
you're right. It's Lana. Lana.
Wait, no,
yeah.
no,
no.
It was a different girl.
I don't remember. Maybe it is Lois Lane, but Lois Lane sounds right.
No, I think that's the second girl he's with. Because when the show
Oh, he's
starts,
got more than one bitch. God damn. I thought Superman was a loyal man.
no, I think Smallville talks about his teenage years, and then it gets like where he
Mhm.
like actually becomes a reporter.
Oh yeah.
Like I like
Yeah.
the original one where like he's in his teenage years before it actually goes over that. I still haven't finished it. I probably should go back to it though.
Mhm.
You know who's also really attractive? Emma Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I could agree.
I had a huge crush on her when I watched Harry Potter. And going back to like those childhood shows and stuff. Selena Gomez. Wizards of
Ooh,
Waverly Place. Selena Gomez.
Gomez.
She was like my biggest crush when I was watching those shows.
She's a good one.
How is she now?
She's
I
still
think about
good.
it. I
She's
haven't
like
seen her.
all I ever
She's
saw
pretty
was-
wholesome now.
Yeah, after Justin, like she just kind of did her own thing. I think
Yeah, she's
probably
pretty.
for the better.
She's just like a classier woman now. She's vibing.
How do you guys feel about like female pop stars now, like Doja Cat, Cardi B,
I don't like it at
stuff
all.
like that?
I don't mind them. I think what they're doing for their platform is cool.
Not the platform, what it is being horny males.
Oh, like attractiveness wise?
Yes.
I don't find them attractive.
Not really. I feel like if you are 15 and you're into the porn thing of like
The porn thing.
yeah,
I
like,
mean,
you
go
got
back
big
to
booty,
porn.
like the you have like the 15-year-old image of women where they're all just big boobs and butts, then I think you'll enjoy it
Yeah.
more. But
If you type in big Colombian fat beautiful ass.
if you looked up the Kim Kardashian photo shoots regularly back in the day, then you might be interested. I don't really care for it.
Those Kardashians are overrated.
Yeah. Yo, can we talk? Anyone have Kim Kardashian is because the show, the Ray J sex tape growing up as a kid.
Dude, I remember watching that and being so disappointed.
It was hyped up so much,
It was
wasn't it?
hyped up. It was the
People
sex
were
tape
like-
you heard as a kid. And then you know what? Let's check this shit out. Let's take a look. You check that shit and it's just a sad BJ and a disappointed
I can't
father.
I can't believe we started at Miley Cyrus when we got here, bro.
You see that interview where or the meme where it's like, how did you get famous, whatever, and then she was like saying,
Oh,
It's a TV
yeah.
show.
Mama's like an
We own the show or
entrepreneur
something.
TV show.
yeah.
She's like, "Dude."
Like, all right, okay. But shout out to my boy Ray J. He made her one of the richest women in the world. That's cool.
Who the fuck even was Ray J?
He was a rapper back then.
Was he a rapper or was he just
What
like
song,
a
what song?
Did he have like a 15-minute fame or?
Kind of, yeah. Like he had a few songs back then. He did that thing, and then he just kind of bounced. He
Damn, that's crazy.
yeah. But no one cares about Ray J.
Yeah.
Any other females? Who else was bad?
How long can we drag this out to an hour? No, okay, let's start
Okay,
actually getting into like our actual first
I mean,
crushes as kids. I
No.
do have a cool story for that too. Or a
Wait,
funny
crush-
story, I think.
like actual like
IRL,
crushes?
Like
No,
a real crush?
Yeah, IRL crushes.
Damn, we're downgrading big time from like Emma Watson to
Absolutely.
actual crush. Okay, let's get to that. I want to get to that, but let's talk about like
I was gonna say like let's get like 60 likes on YouTube and we'll
No, no,
expose
no.
his search history.
because I wanted to do
That's not fair.
I want to do an entire episode where we talk about like our first dates, not like first date last week, first date, like our first actual dates ever kind of thing. But we can talk about childhood crushes.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, did you guys have imaginary friends?
No.
Yes and no. I didn't just look at a wall and be like, "Hey, Timmy."
But like, did you? Because I
Here's what I
remember.
did. Right. Here's what I did. I had a stuffed toy dog
Oh wait,
named Feezer,
Pause.
and I could talk to him, and I would hold him and be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's like, "Fuck you," shit,"
Oh.
like, whatever. So I played with him, and like, I was a very imaginative kid. So, I remember watching reading Calvin and Hobbes, and they would get in a box and pretend it's a rocket ship.
Mm.
They would go to Mars and
Mhm.
stuff, and I remember being able to do that. I was so small back then; I could get in a stepping box or whatever to. Because when you're short, you need to step on a box to grab things. I would like flip it upside down, get in it with my stuffed toy dog, and like we would both like fly around in space and then go to Mars and stuff. And in my head, it was all like it felt like I was in Mars.
I did
But,
the same thing when I was
yeah.
a kid. Like I would like imagine worlds and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I
It
would've-
was- I honestly, genuinely wish I can go back to this stuff because it's so cool.
I think that I never had that experience maybe because I had a lot of siblings that I could actually
He was
talk
beaten
to.
as a kid.
No, like I mean, I did. I mean, most of my siblings, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got a good beating out of them.
You know what? I could still go back and revisit those with a dose of LSD.
Yeah, no, but I would say like it's more like a single like a single family home kind of thing, which like it's just one kid, or I mean, if I don't know if you and your sister
Wait, were you ever
Yeah.
had a
friends with
bond.
your siblings?
Who?
You.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know what to say,
Like,
like friends.
He's
I
saying
mean,
like
like,
he didn't have as much of.
Did you ever have like a single brother that you'd be like, hey, do you want to go over? Like, fuck the rest of the family. Like, hey, let's go out and do some shit.
No,
Really?
where we just like play at home, but like when we're like going out like in the neighborhood, like
Yeah.
I would just kick it with my friends. He'd kick it with his own, but it was just I was like something that I didn't really need to focus on since I had a lot of siblings at the time
Hmm.
to like play or talk to.
Hmm. When it comes like personality wise, like I uh I like helped in the development of my sister. Like we do a bunch of things together. Like we watch um all the animes that come out together. We'll watch movies and stuff. Like I watch all the Marvel stuff with her. We have like a lot of the same tastes, so I'm really close with my sister. But
I live with most of my
Wait,
family.
wait,
I
wait.
barely even see them, to be
Why did
honest.
we derail from this? I forgot. Like, you asked if we had
because
imaginary friends.
he didn't have the imaginary stuff as a kid, but that kind of makes sense because he was like crowded by so many people, you know.
Yeah.
And like I kind of stopped doing that stuff once my sister got to like the certain age where we could like hang out and do things together.
I don't know when I stopped. I think probably like 11, 10.
Same. I think I was like 12 or something. Anyway,
What were we? Yeah, we were gonna get into crushes, and then you went into imaginary friends for some reason.
well, because that was one of our headline topics. I was just wondering because I remember being a kid, like I would imagine like the worlds that, like I wouldn't just like imagine like crazy spaceship stuff. I'd be like, yo, what if I was famous like Hannah Montana? Or like, what if like I was on iCarly, dude? Like, what if I was like a special guest on iCarly? How sick would that be?
Damn, dude.
But
Well, actually, and before we actually get into these stories of our crushes, we're actually
part
gonna take
two.
a quick break. And we'll catch you guys in the next awkward cut. Or that I might throw a little ad in the middle.
Who's
But anyways, we need to go stop the video like right now. Oh yeah, our sponsor is Shameless's One Wave. This One Wave will motivate a whole generation. And we're back. Thank you for
So-
that sponsor from Shameless is One Wave that inspired a generation. Make sure to buy a shirt in the link in the bio, all right?
And soon we're gonna have shameless do-rags, so look out for those.
Keep an eye out for the do-rags.
So we talked about our ideal crushes. Let's talk about our real crushes.
All right. So I have two funny stories to tell. I'll tell one and then I'll let one of you guys go and then I'll tell it off later.
Great.
The first one. I was in preschool and I realized
Oh.
okay, I liked girls.
Okay, you're early.
That was really
and
early.
yeah, so and I remember do you
I was
guys remember
figuring
preschool days?
I was figuring out how to like color stuff. I was figuring out how to walk around.
Yeah, I was advanced. Thank you.
You were horny.
you
haven't
horny
changed.
boy. Anyways, I remember I would get dropped off and stuff, and I remember I finished like that morning. We were watching Sleeping Beauty, and the guy's like going up to the girl, kissing her. I was like, ew. But I realized, okay, guys and girls, that's the thing. I go to school, and I'm like, In my mind, I'm thinking like, when am I gonna get that? Who am I gonna get that with? And I was
Lord.
it was recess, and I remember I looked at our whole class, and then I realized, wait a minute, my name is Eric. There's a girl here named Erica, which is the female version of
What?
Eric.
Yo, this is definitely preschool Eric thinking.
So in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, I don't even like the girl. I don't
She's my
like,
future
I don't
wife.
like her face at all. But
You're
I'm
getting
thinking her
married.
name is Erica. That's just it. That's
That's
what
how
God
it-
intended. You know,
That's how it's meant to be.
this is as far as it goes. So she's my wife to be. So I go up to her and I'm like, "Hey, are you Erica?" She's like, "Yeah, hi." She
Are
probably
you
doesn't
Erica?
think
Are
the
you Eric-
idea of boys.
Wait,
at all.
were you in the same like class? Or
Yeah, we're in
something?
the same little groupie.
So you asked, you didn't know her at the time, or what?
No, it's
Let me just say,
fucking
this is
preschool.
a contrast to his first kiss story, because his first kiss story is about how he wasn't into girls for a while,
This is preschool. I was innocent.
and then
How?
his first kiss was in high school. So this is like a stark contrast. This is like the
Yeah.
prelude to that.
Yeah, well, anyways, let me get into the beginning of why I hate women. Anyways, so I grab onto her hand. And I'm like,
Oh,
I saw a movie. We're supposed to be together. And she's like, what? You want to play? And like, I was like, no, I don't want to play. It was like the idea of playing with you, like, yeah, it was fucking disgusting. But me and you are supposed to be together. And I didn't know what a boyfriend and girlfriend was. So like, I need to be next to you.
there's no way he did this in preschool, bro.
Yeah, honestly,
And
yeah.
I was like, I need to be next to you. I didn't say it that clearly, but I kind of grabbed on her. I was like, hey, me and you. like two cavemen. I was about to hit her with a club. Like, and eventually I scared her because I kept trying to I wouldn't let go of her arm.
So it turns out you weren't the victim after all.
So she started
You
crying.
were the abuser.
Started crying.
Crying?
What?
Yeah, it's preschool.
So you aren't. So you don't have a victim story. You are the,
victim.
abuser.
No, I am the victim. No.
Wait a minute.
Anyways, the preschool teacher, she comes up to me and Eric, what are you doing? And like, you can't pull on her arm because I'm like yanking on it.
Let me just say, I knew his first kiss story was too innocent. I was like, there's something else going on.
Man,
That was 1 year later in kindergarten. I had a lot of women issues growing up. And
So this was your first crush?
no, I didn't like her.
Oh,
I
In
thought we were
my
talking about
mind,
first
I
crush.
saw the movie boy, girl together. Me, I didn't like this girl. I was like, what? Her name's Erica. I have to. that was my
okay.
mind.
I mean, it's not really a crush, but
That's why I'm getting into the other. Because that was the second story, but it's completely unrelated.
okay, go straight to the second one because we need a follow up.
Okay, then. Well, there's not the same girl, but
Right.
later on, it was around.
Wait, is this preschool? Oh, you're gonna get.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Oh fuck, I don't know how old I was actually. It was probably between preschool and kindergarten.
What do you mean
Yo.
preschool? There's not like a 5-year gap there.
No, but like, I don't know that or it's first grade. But anyway, I was really young
Before second grade. This is all
before second grade. I was still really young. We go to this trip to Park City, with that family that.
You took preschoolers to Park City.
Well, it was like a little snow trip or whatever.
Okay.
And it was snowing, and it was those girls whose parents took care of us. We lived in the basement, as I mentioned earlier.
Right.
And we all go, and we go to this ice rink. As we're waiting in this little lobby, everyone's just sitting, and this girl staring at me.
Mm.
I'm like,
She saw you from across the
She saw her
club.
from across the club and came up to me, and she's like, hi, I like you. And then she just hugs my arm. And in my head, I'm freaking out because I like her, but in my head, I'm like, ew, fuck girl.
Yeah.
Ew, girl. So I'm like, get off me. Her parents are looking at us laughing their ass off because I'm like, get off of me. And she's still holding on for dear life. I'm like, you're ugly. You're disgusting. And she's just like, I don't give a fuck, man. I love you.
So Eric was thinking, he's like, after Erica, bro, I'm done with women.
After what you did to me, bitch. I've been through too much. I've been scarred. But yeah, and then
That's really adorable.
she knew how to ice skate, and I didn't. So I had
Oh,
one
no.
of those little old man racks that you would hold on
Like a
to.
walkie?
Yeah, like a walking rack. And then she's skating around me. She's like, "Do you want help?"
Yeah, you
Hold
want
my hand. Hold my hand. And my family and like the girls who were with us were just laughing their ass off at me, and I was crying. I was like, "Stop laughing! This isn't funny."
And you're a
And in
very
the
emotional
meantime-
kid.
Yeah, I cried a lot. I was a huge crybaby. But I was being harassed here. She came up to me and just wouldn't let go. And then, like, at one point, she fell off and she was holding on to my ankle.
Oh my god.
I
What?
tried
Yo.
to shake her off. And she grabs onto the ledge near her and gets right back up and just follows me. And this is this little white girl, like a dirty blonde hair. Just
Surprised you
obsessed with
remember
me.
things from back there.
I have a really good memory when it comes to my younger days. My earliest memory comes from the cradle.
Do you know why? Trauma. We manifest memories in heightened states of emotion. So you were a victim.
Absolutely.
You were a victim. These adults laughed at you. You
I'm
were
gonna
trying
have
to
a-
get this thought off your leg.
and because of that, I actually have a link under the bottom where you can donate to help me recover.
Patreon link.
Go to my Patreon.
We're paying for his
my
therapy.
charity link.
That's a good story.
Yeah, and the whole day she was there with me, and then we left, and then as we were driving home, I was like, dang, I kind of liked her. And I was like,
Oh no.
and in my mind, I was like, I'll see her again one day.
And that was your first crush.
Yeah,
Damn, the one that got away.
the one that got away.
Well, you pushed her away, but all right.
I mean, she knew, she stayed.
It's tough love.
She
Tough
stuck
love.
around for the. I
Is-
mean,
so you
dude,
met her. Wait. So you met her that day, and then
In that same
yeah,
day,
that's
they
it.
had a lot of ups and downs.
yeah, we had a lot of ups and downs. We talked it through. Just decided it wasn't going to go on, and I only hoped she didn't treat herself the same way with other guys as she got older.
And then you realized that was your first crush. That's
Yeah,
the one.
looking back on it.
That's a good story.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think my story top that. Honestly,
You
like,
want-
he started so young, and then I'm here like in the 4th grade.
okay, then let me go next because
okay.
mine's the third
Fucking
grade.
versions.
Oh, yours even sooner than mine. All right.
Mine's the third grade. So I remember in the first Kiss episode, I talked about fighting over girls in elementary school, right? Like I was a bastard kid. Like I got into so much trouble. I remember like being in elementary school and just like stealing and like causing fights and doing shit. And like my dad would get called in and they'd be like, your kid is crazy. And then he would get really mad at me and it would just repeat. Like I used all of my chaotic energy in like the first, second, third, fourth grade, basically. And I remember there was this girl, and I mean, looking back now, like she's whatever. But back then, she was like a bad bit, right? like every boy in our grade wanted like to be around her. They just wanted her presence.
Yeah, I get you.
She was like, I wouldn't say popular because I don't know.
I know the word.
I don't remember
the neighborhood whore.
the social.
The thought.
But in elementary school, there's always that one girl who's like kind of better than everyone else. Like that one
Oh my
white
god, she knew what she was.
white blonde girl. She got raised
Yeah,
well and she was
yeah.
doing well, and she knew that she didn't need to socialize with everyone and stuff. She just kind of like she always had that like poise, right? And I remember like talking to her
Wait,
one time.
I'm just curious, just to set the setting. Were you a chubby kid?
What's that?
Were you a chubby kid?
No. This was before the chub.
When did the chub start?
The chub started 6th grade, I think.
Ah,
6th grade. Yeah, my mom went on a trip, and my dad at the time, he was single dad kind of thing. He just fed me shitloads of McDonald's. I'm not even joking.
Wait.
Easy
That's
parenting.
and here's the thing in Iran too. Like when this is the like twisted part of it is like when you're a kid and you're skinny. They're like your kid is. It's like the typical Middle Eastern thing, right? Like your kid, he's too skinny. Why is he not? Come on, make him a little bit.
Give him some of me.
Put some meat on
I
his
gotta see his
bones.
ribs.
They wanted to just
Yeah.
get a little thick.
And then you grow up, and then you're fat, and they're like,
You fat
"You fat
bitch.
shit! What are you doing? You fat the bitch!
You fat fuck.
You what is this?
No,
You
no,
eat the pizza every day."
my family wouldn't even let us go out to eat. They'd always say we got food in the fridge.
Nah,
Like some
dude.
rice and beans.
I think I would have been a fat kid too, but I had such a fast metabolism growing up.
I
It's
didn't, bro. My
insane, like-
metabolism's clapped.
Yeah, I went through like hella pizzas back then, and I was just skinny boy.
I didn't even eat that much. I just remember eating like I would eat like breakfast, lunch, McDonald's. But like I was still one of those kids who never finished their food. Until like middle school, and then I was like legit fat then, and I kind of lived in the personality, right? But anyways, single dads. Shout out to the single dads. But no,
Imagine having a single parent. Couldn't be me.
I was skinny back then. I was pretty athletic because at the time I talked about this in my first kiss. Like I didn't care about girls, and I look back now and I was pursuing her just because like it was like the cool thing, right? And she was like a bad bitch, and she was cute, and
Hey, man, she a bad bitch, you know what I'm saying?
it was the social pressures, bro. That's what I'm talking about. But I had this friend, this Asian friend. I think looking back now, he was either Chinese or Korean, and he was a cool dude. And I remember like we used to like play a bunch of sports together, kickball and stuff, kicking it around. And I remember I talked to her one time, and I took back then the phones that we had were like those Nokia phones. And I remember my dad upgraded from one Nokia to another, and I took his old one to school, and I thought that was the shit because like no one else had a phone, right? And I was like, check it out, I got a phone. I was like showing it to people, trying not to get in trouble and get it like confiscated. And so behind our school, we had like this huge like tarp area, and then there was a huge asphalt area, and then a field, and then there were like 3 different playgrounds. Like one was a swing, one was like the traditional one, and then there was another one that was like this cool tower. She would go and hang out in the tower, like the queen of the
Damn,
school.
she had a throne.
She had a throne. She had everything, bro. She would go hang out over there, right? And I remember like I would go over there and I would just try to play it cool and like try to slip my way in, you know, like what up, you know, like you're in the club.
What's up?
You're in the club. You pull up to the girl next to her to order a drink. You're like, oh hey, you're here too. What's up? What's your name? Like I would try to pull that, right? And I remember one day I was like, all right, I'm gonna get there before her. I'm gonna sit down at the bottom of the tower. There's like this little hammock thing. I'm gonna sit in the hammock, pull out the phone, sit up, play on the phone. I'm gonna be like a gangster down there, right? This is what I'm thinking, right? 3rd grade. I'm like, I'm gonna set this up. She's gonna come out here and be like, shit, that's hot. And then she's gonna come and talk to me.
You'll be like, shit.
Did you have a little pose on there, or you just laid back?
Oh, dude, I was up there like this, bro. Like I was on the hammock. I had my thing, and back then I was wearing Jordans too.
Damn.
Oh yeah, Jordans back then.
You know those
Air
Jordans? You know those ones that have like the blue with the orange?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like
Yeah.
I was kicking.
yeah, those are
Yeah,
just
yeah,
right.
Yeah. The blue with the orange was yeah.
Yeah, the classic blue orange ones, the white with the black. Yeah, you know what I mean? The shoes, the ones that have soles in them. And she came up to me. She's like, "What you doing?"
Like slip suck your dick.
Yeah, don't get me arrested, bro. She's like, "What you doing?" I was like, "I'm just hanging out. Like I'm checking out this phone my parents got me." She's like, "Shit, let me see." She got in the hammock with me. I was like, "Damn!" Like this is. I'm like, you know what I'm thinking? I'm like, "Yo, I'm to second plate right now. This is second base, bro."
You were like, "Dad, you got some DSLs, bro. Dick sucking lips."
Yeah. Can you not make this sexual? Yo, you gotta make this sexual. Yo, actually, yo, Shameless is the pedophile. Why are we dragging
Wait,
me
why
down
are you
into
bringing
this?
this to me? It's him that's
All
going
right.
after you.
But listen,
nah,
let me
fuck
just
you.
say-
You're playing that J. Cole song.
let
you
me
know
just
about
say,
it.
as a third grader, we were third graders, right? She was built nicely, all right?
She had
She was
the
built
mosquito
different.
bite chest.
No. She was built nicely. No, she had
Could you
something.
explain the
Can you
details?
say what her age was while built nice?
I would like to clarify that we're both third graders. And but she got in the hammock. And I remember like we were sitting in it like this. Like it's third grade, right? So there's no like
Or position me, position me.
come
there's
in.
no like,
Hey,
you
for
know,
YouTube.
there's no cuddling, there's no arms around the shoulder.
Hey, for YouTube, you can get the premium.
We were literally just sitting there like this, right? Like some like church seating kind of thing. And
Mm.
but
Shoulder
I
on
was like,
shoulder contact.
I was like, bro, like I can smell her, bro. Like this is nice.
The fragrance. The first time smelling fragrance as a boy. Oh my god.
I was like, this is nice, bro.
That flower scent.
She's got them denim jeans on too. I was
Apple
like,
bottom.
yeah, she got them apple bottom, and I was like, God damn. And I just remember I was like in the moment, I was ecstatic, and I think that's the first time when I was like, okay, you know what? There might be something to girls, right? There might be something like this is something that we could pursue. We could think about this, and we were just hanging out there, and then we talked a little bit, and it was all like third grader talk, right? So it was like, yo, what does your dad do? Like I remember I used to tell everyone back then my dad was a cop because when you were a kid that old, like it was sick to be a cop. Everyone wanted to be a police officer, so I would always tell people like, yo, my dad's a cop. He just bought me this new phone, this Nokia. It goes crazy.
What was your dad actually doing
had-
at the time?
My dad worked in immigration services as an employment specialist.
You don't.
I was like, check it out. It's got the little snake game on it.
She's like, I'm so wet.
Yo,
Yo,
and she was.
hey, yeah, you're turning it worse
Yo,
than what it
I-
already
man,
is.
it
I got
Iman's-
no comments,
Man,
bro.
Iman's pussy game back then was crazy.
Let me just tell you. I was like, yo, check it out. And I gave her the phone, and then like she held my hand. Like I gave her the phone and she held my hand for a second.
Easy. She's
And-
easy.
And like she touched it for a second. Like I had the phone like this, and like Ish has the phone, right? She came over, she grabbed it like this, played for it a second, took it, right? And I was like, damn, like I'm in, dog. Like this is it. And so and then like recess ended, we went back in, and like I never brought in the phone again, right? Because like who cares? But I remember like we started talking, and then I was like, this girl might be like my first crush. Like I knew what crushes were back then, right? Like just like 2 months before that, like I fought this kid to be like the Valentine
Oh
of this
yeah,
girl.
I remember that. He fought a girl.
Yeah, I talked
Or
about this in the
now.
first Kiss episode. I fought this other kid for a girl, and then like we finished fighting, and then we were like, all right, cool, and we left. Like we didn't even go up to him and be like, yo, like who do you like more? But at this point, I was like, I think I'm actually like into this girl. Like it's not just like a Valentine's Day thing, right? I was like, she's cute, and like looking back at it now, right? Like she was probably just like a friend, you know. But I was like, she's cute, and
BFF.
then
Best.
we like started dating. Like I was
No
like,
way.
Wait, was
I was
it
like-
official or?
yeah, I was like, yo, like, do you want to go out? And she's like, yeah, all right, let's go out. And
Damn, so you landed the queen of the tower.
I did it, dude. I did it, and like, we didn't break up ever, technically.
Oh, so you're still together
We're
then.
st-
We should get into shameless stories soon.
Okay, but I mean, anyways, like, it was a wild experience, and that was my first crush, and it worked out, and like, it wasn't traumatic. Unfortunately,
Yeah, there ain't no novellas being made out of that. Let me
but
tell you.
but hey, no, maybe like a nice romantic rom-com movie you could make that into. But it was a good time, and like she hit me up like a year ago, and she was like, "Hey, remember when we like dated in the 3rd grade?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, I remember that." And she's like, "Yeah,
I
like
miss you.
she's like we like never actually broke up."
Oh,
And-
she brought it up.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right,
Oh
huh?"
man, you should have been like, I know you bitch, you cheated on me.
And I was like, I know how that's crazy." And then
Damn, you hit her with a damn. That's crazy.
I actually did. I was like, "Damn, that's crazy." And then like I don't know, we talked a little bit more, but that was it. But I don't know, like I enjoyed it. It was a good time. I was the king of the world. I was the little Spice Curry
Yeah, man.
pulling the
She
queen.
hit you up later. She's like, damn, that's some good dick. I gotta hit that shit back up.
And 4th grade, I left her ass.
Sheesh.
The king
Alright.
left the palace, but I think she was still there. So
Shamely.
Go back to that school.
How was your first crush, Mr. Shameless Overwatch?
Yeah,
Shamely?
honestly, it feels a lot more disappointing than what you guys are bringing up to the table. To be honest, as I said, like it's 4th grade,
mm,
and I'm not like as aggressive as you, nor as depressed as you when it comes to like having a lot of girls in their area, and then all those emotions coming out.
mm,
So I was really late compared to you guys.
mhm.
And mine, it was like set in the 4th grade. Like it was who was the fastest runner, who was the best at sports.
Absolutely.
You know, but I remember
Same.
like going with the girls and just trying to like play the best at soccer, even though it was pretty shit at the time.
I did the same
and
thing. Yeah.
Just trying to be impressive. I mean, sometimes we would play tag with the
So
girls
you-
and just like
you
throw
were
wood
interested
chips
in
at
the,
the girls that we were crushing. And
You were
stuff.
interested in the Olympians.
That's
Oh,
what I
yeah,
was gonna
right?
say. It was like the Olympics back then. That's true. That's what it was like for me too. Yeah.
You gotta put an impression there for the females there. You know, you
Yeah,
gotta
like
put yourself out there.
yeah, it's like biological mating, right? Like you got to be the the most.
Alpha male.
Yeah.
That's the
Yes,
kind of shit I
sir.
was going for.
Okay.
So it was this girl, and she was with like she's always with a group of girls. She's never with any dudes at all.
right. She got the squad.
So I brought home like it was after like a birthday party from friends. I had some silly string and stuff, you know, those stringer stuff, whatever.
Oh, shit.
We were chasing the girls with it, and I remember she snitched us out, and the teachers came and put us like in a detention kind of thing,
Yeah.
and like they were telling us like, hey, I mean, what if it would have gone on in their eyes or something like, just
Yeah,
trying to make it worse than what it already is. And then she came up, apologized, you know, and then we started talking more, and her friend was the one that ended up liking me, not her specifically. she asked me out, and I was like, oh, is this how it's supposed to go? I thought I was supposed to ask you out,
Mm,
but it wasn't like the girl that I wanted.
yeah.
So she asked me out like in front of her,
Oh, in front of her.
So she had
And you
that
had a
shock.
crush on her at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it was the other girl.
It was the tough love approach.
Yep.
You know, like we kind of bully them because you're into them, kind of thing.
Yeah, so I mean, I was the type of kid that would throw like wood chips and stuff at the girls, you know.
Yeah, and then
Like
you're
the girls
like,
you
damn,
like,
she's
you
so
know?
fun when I hit her with the wood chips.
I was just trying to mainly
God.
grab the attention.
She
Yeah,
looked so
get their
good. She
attention.
looked so good when she was taking out those wood chips out of her eyes when she was crying. Let me tell you,
So fun.
when the ER pulled her back out from the hospital,
Ain't nobody else cry
ain't
like
nobody got
her.
them DSLs
Uh,
like that.
Yo, you gotta stop, bro.
Yo,
Yeah, actually, yeah.
this is going.
Yo, he's on pedophile watch now.
This-
I was like,
Hey,
He's on official
whoa,
pedophile
what the
watch.
fuck? Hey,
Bro, the
man.
FBI is actually gonna go for you tonight.
All right, but anyways, she
Hey, I'm
asked
just
you
subbing
out.
for shameless.
Yeah, so the opposite girl hit or the girl, one of her friends asked me out in
Yeah.
front of her.
Yeah.
So I was just shocked, and I just said like, give it some time. I don't really want a
Ooh,
relationship
he asked for
at the moment.
Yo, this is mature, shameless.
Yeah, so
He
I,
fucks with their feelings, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm not ready for this right now."
I never responded to
He pulled
her
the
asking me
future
out.
on her.
Yeah, so at the time, like Pokemon was like really popular.
Oh,
The
man, you don't know how many
anti-simp.
bitches Pokemon will get you.
Yo, I walked in school with like a binder full of cards, and
Shit.
they weren't even mine. I never even bought any of them. It's just like some that I would like grab like from some nerd or
Yeah. Same.
something that
I would
a
steal
friend
like
gave us.
Digimon from people.
Digimon,
You would steal Digimon?
What are those spinning things called? Like the
Bakugan?
Beyblade.
yeah,
Beyblade.
Beyblades. I would steal
Oh.
Beyblades from kids too.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, check it out, I got a Beyblade." But anyways, you
That
walked in
shit
with
went hard.
you walked in with the Pokemon deck.
Yeah, bro. I walked in with a binder full of them, and
Shit.
I had I would say
Wet.
the biggest deck.
Oh,
Deck.
the what?
Shamus got the
Biggest
biggest
what?
deck.
Yeah,
The
out
biggest.
of all the kids in the fourth grade right now currently. So she kind of liked it. She wasn't
He was
really
like,
into it.
ooh, you got a pretty big deck
So,
right there.
During like recess and
You got any
shit.
shiny cards in that deck?
Of course,
Big
bro. I had-
boy.
what was it? Level X or something like that. Those
Shit.
You got a holographic card in there?
Yo.
yeah. So like during like recess and shit, like we're just like it was like this tube slides with like some holes in it,
Yeah.
and we were just like flipping through the binder together, just like looking at the cards. And that was the first time I held a girl for like
Oh, you held her hand?
like actually like wanting
Oh,
to
never mind.
hold her hand and
sir.
shit. And then I remember like her friend came by the slide
No.
and saw
No, the twist.
yeah, and then saw us together, and she got mad at the girl that I had a crush on.
No, the girl, the
Damn.
friend
And
always
then-
gets in the way.
And the like after the friend saw us and stuff, like she would like always like push her away from me. Like they
No.
never wanted like to hang out with me specifically.
Damn, she got jelly. What a bitch.
Yo, she cock blocked
what a
you, bro.
Yo,
She
bitch.
deck
What a
blocked
cock
you.
block.
The deck block.
Bro, you were totally in there, bro. I promise you, I would have lost.
Yo, honestly, like if I had whipped out the whole the all the legendary cards that I had
I
on
know
there,
if you got to the end of the deck, it would have been over.
yeah, she would have been mine instantly.
Damn, bro, you would have
Yo,
showed
relax,
her.
relax.
No, I had to catch them all at that point.
You would have showed her your Caterpie at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Oh
god.
Lord,
Yeah, it's that was my story. Like it's a lot more
that's actually
overwhelming.
kind of a similar story to mine. You bring the assets, you sweet talk her into it, but then the friend jumps in.
How would that
Oh,
approach
bitch.
like nowadays? Whip out the money, call him a gold digger, call it a day or what?
I think that still works today. Like you bring a bad shoddy over, you'd be like, check out, I got all the medals in FNAF. And she's like, damn. You did the speed run on FNAF, the world record speed run. Bro, I don't know. They gotta have something like that, right?
They have more standards now, so
today.
it's kind of a little harder to.
Yeah, now they got the Tinder. They got-
Dude, honestly, like, oh, damn, what the hell do you think they actually use? Because card games weren't big, toys weren't big, like at least today. What the fuck? Oh, it might be like a fucking Instagram follower thing. Oh god, I got this many followers on Instagram.
I've never seen a girl
I
brag
kind
about
of
followers.
I kind of experienced that actually. Like late elementary school, early middle school, like everyone was on Facebook. Everyone did like those cringe things where like you tagged 30 of your friends in that post. It's like, who are you? You remember those?
Yeah, and it makes me wonder if like kids like that today they all have Instagram.
That's definitely what it is.
yeah, and they're like, oh, I got this video, got this many, likes.
Like check out my new story, and
Damn, it's actually pretty sad.
I know, like I used a brick Nokia phone to get game. Like that, I pulled someone with the brick Nokia phone. That's the society that we used to live in
It
back
would have been
then.
funny they had no battery. And we're back.
We
Yeah.
are back.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
oh.
look who just stepped in too.
The
Our production team. actually
Production
just-
team is here.
Production just walked
Let's
in.
go.
Where have you been all night?
Yes, sir.
Hey, look who just got.
Locked in late.
She just got. Yeah, she clocked in a little late, huh?
Remember,
Yeah,
we're expecting a no call, no show.
remember how we said we were using like Ukrainian servers to store our footage and stuff? She actually flew to Ukraine to deal with that, so she's back now.
What is this, Seinfeld? You can't just walk in here.
This is Kramer walking in. Hey, Jerry.
But yeah. I mean, to continue that, I guess I have another little funny story I can share.
The next in line.
The next in line. This one was in kindergarten. I remember clearly.
This is in kindergarten?
This is in kindergarten.
You had a interesting first 2 years of school.
I had a lot of stuff. I remember so much, dude. I had so many crushes in those ages. Like, oh my god, like I have more than like 10, like that I could think of. But another one that stands out that I thought was funny is like you said, there's a girl that every guy likes.
Yeah.
She's the baddest bitch out there.
Yes, sir.
Everyone knows her, like,
Little hoe.
and ideally it was
Well, no,
just
she's
a girl
not the
that as a
hoe.
kid
She's just
you
the
knew that.
bad.
But yeah, as a kid you just knew like, damn, I wish I could see you old. Like
Yeah.
like and they probably still are attractive.
Damn
today.
straight.
As a kid, sometimes you just knew this person's attractive.
This person is special.
Yeah. So it's nap time in kindergarten.
Wait.
I forgot about that time. To be honest.
Pause. Wait, nap time. Pause.
No, don't worry,
Oh.
we're gonna take no breaks.
This is suspect.
The lights go out.
Bro
right?
said nap time.
The lights go out, and I've never spoken a word to this girl.
Why do all your stories start like this?
And my kindergarten was in Sandy, so not a lot of Mexicans. As a matter of fact, I was the only brown boy. Looking back at it,
That's great.
but so I was like a mutt. But
He has to always bring race into this.
it's
Have you
important. It's important
I guess.
for
yeah,
how
that's
what's
true.
about to happen. So, she's laying down in the corner, and everyone's like told to bring your own blanket and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm gonna sleep next to her, and I'm gonna hold her hand while we sleep together.
Yo, you actually had thoughts.
yeah,
Like, you had-
they weren't sexual, but I was
No, but
always
they were
like,
thoughts. Because
there were
like
thoughts.
I would go into it and I would be like I just want to meet them and like talk to them and like get. I want to like build the relationship, right? Like I want the status that comes with it. But you were like,
I was like an Indian guy going through fucking messenger.
Bob, can I- let me see, Bob.
I was like,
straight to the hands.
and in my case, I was like, hold hand, lay down, please. Like, I wanted that. So she spaced out, and all the other guys are like, you wish you next to her, let's sit next to her. And I was like, oh, bitches, I'll do it. So I bring my bag or my blanket. She's sleeping. She's
So
out.
real.
So keep in mind, nap time started. I got an hour. All right. I'm looking at the clock.
So you make your move when she's asleep.
Absolutely.
What?
Yo, your
Yo.
stories are.
What am I gonna do?
Not gonna
when
lie,
she
bro.
has
Your stories are
clocks?
weird,
There's,
bro.
there-
They're kind of suspect.
Look, man, there's a plan to everything. Anyways,
Sussy.
I'm talking to my friend. He's like, "Are you gonna do it?" I was like, "I don't know, man. My hands are shaky." I was like, "Do you think she'll like me back?" And he was like, "I don't know. She doesn't like anyone." Because he was
She
like,
usually doesn't.
No,
that girl
she-
usually doesn't like anyone.
no, and rightfully, none of us are in her league at the
No.
time. So I'm looking at her like I'm thinking about it. I'm like, fuck, that's 15 minutes down. I only got 45 minutes left. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sneak my little blanket over. The teacher's not looking. She's going through her laptop or whatever. I'm like, I'll grab this thing, I'll bring it over. I lay it down gently next to her.
The sleeping mat is what we're
The
talking about.
sleeping mat. And
Oh, power shut up.
and we lay down, or I lay down next to her, and I'm like, oh my god, this is happening. I was there for a good 3 minutes. I got a solid 3 minutes in there, without her looking back, noticing I was there.
Oh my god, this
And
is
then-
kind of creepy, bro.
And then it was kind of like one of those moments where, like, as a kid, any kind of contact with a girl felt like romantic.
Yeah,
So my elbow touches her elbow.
like ecstasy.
Yeah. So my elbow touches her elbow. I was like, is that her elbow? And I'm like, oh, it is. So I pushed it a little. And then she notices, she's like, rolls over. Rolls over. Eyes are still closed. Doesn't notice me.
Mm.
And I'm laying down straight, facing the ceiling. I'm like, oh my God, she's facing me. And then she looks. No, I look to the right.
How close are you?
We're next to each other, like shoulder to shoulder.
Like your faces are like 6 inches apart.
Yeah, like this.
So she turns around.
So she's like turned around like this. She looks to the left. I'm on her right or her left, and her eyes are closed.
And if she opens
And
her
then and then I'm facing the ceiling. I realize she's looking at me. I look to the right and I look at her. And then she opens her eyes
oh,
and
no.
just screams.
Rightfully so.
So fucking loud. She's like,
Oh my
like a little
god.
bitch.
Oh my god.
Got caught in 4K.
I would have screamed too.
I got caught pretty bad, and I was like, ah, ah. I was freaking out. I was like, "What are you yelling for? This is like a perfect fantasy. Like everything's going so well. What the hell are you crying about?" And she's just screaming, and the teacher's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" Turns on the light. He's like, "He's sleeping next to me."
Yo,
And then it hurt my little soul. She's like the ugly boy sitting next to me. I didn't even have a name to this bitch. I was a fucking street mutton. This
yo.
thing,
Yo.
this boy,
Did she actually say the ugly boy?
the ugly boy.
No.
She
That's
goes, "Yo,
kindergarten.
No.
I was brutally honest. She said the ugly boy.
Never got
And, I,
That's
and I
so
understand
cold.
what she meant because I was missing a front tooth because it chipped
Oh,
off.
you ugly
I was
motherfucker.
a
I don't
ugly
need
man.
confirmation.
But because here's the thing. You guys have seen my kindergarten picture. I was a cute kid.
No, you weren't.
And then, but underneath that smile, there was a chipped tooth. And then,
I don't think your face was the problem. I think the problem was the way that you creeped up on her. Like,
man, she don't know what a creep is. Anyways.
bro, like slithered in there. Like, hey, little shawty, let me whisper in your ear.
Let me touch your elbow.
Let's rub some
elbow
elbows.
grease.
Let's rub the elbows.
But yeah, so she screams, the whole class like, what's happening? What's happening? My friend's like, yeah, you fucking did it. You did it.
Yo, you nailed it, dog.
You got it.
Yo,
And
what a
I-
homie.
And she like screamed, and then I cried, and I was like, I didn't do anything. And I remember I got interviewed by the teacher. Like, did you touch her anywhere? I was like, no. It was like,
Attempted sexual assault. That's what it was.
I got an interview.
This is the confession right now.
And then
This is the
Hey,
confession.
hey, bro, the
And then
cops are gonna
You
pull up
scarred
and
that woman.
the tapes are gonna come out. But yeah, this the teacher's like, did you do anything? Did you like hit her? Did you like shake her? She's like, no, I just stayed next to her. And she's like, I told you you said we could sit wherever we want. She's like, yeah, but like, fuck off. No, she's like, everyone has their personal space. You have to respect that. I was like, man, it's some bullshit.
This story explains a lot.
Anyways, I go back to my homeboys.
when I'm sleeping over at your house, this is how you wake me up every morning.
Right next to you. Hey.
Little elbow touch.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning.
More
This
than
is
beautiful.
exactly why I always try to sober up before I.
This is why Ish
Before
never
that
stays
night.
the night.
Yo, I have to
Yeah.
sober up and be like, nah, I'm out. I don't want to be in your place at all. This place is the last place I want to
You
be.
know, in other places they would call that hospitality, but all right, whatever.
Nah, not with you around. You're a predator. at that
menace.
time.
Bro, it's a menace.
Yeah, I feel like he like do some like cosplay there and then just like sneak up in the bed with you. He's gonna have that the Power Ranger outfit like he does when he always gets drunk.
Could you imagine the mask on and everything? Hey.
Hey, just breathing through the mask.
But yeah, I go back to my homeboys. They're like, you got it.
Yo, you fucking killed it, dog.
Killed that shit, dude. She's yours,
Good
man.
work, bro. When's the wedding?
When's the wedding, man, bro? You're in there. But yeah, I
Damn.
have plenty of other stories like that shit too, but we ain't got the time.
Yo, I got a good daycare story actually. Because that reminds me of daycare. My daycare had a lot of girls in it, and what they would do, we would have nap time, and I would never sleep during nap time. Like I just couldn't sleep. I still can't sleep that well during the day. And after nap time, the girls would like do like a dancing talent show with each other. And I remember one time, like I was just hanging out on the side, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that was really good, right?" And it was the first time that like a guy had like approached them and made some sort of connection, and they're like, "All right, you're our judge now." And I was like, "Yo, what? Like I'm in." Like, and this is before third grade, right? And I remember every day after nap time, like I would sit there during nap time and be like, "After this, bro, I'm a judge." Like I felt like a boss, dude. Like I was like, after this, I'm gonna judge women. And then, are you listening? Because we have the mascot here for the people who are not watching the video.
I'm listening. I just have my baby boy. I'm holding.
That's
on
the
to my baby boy.
podcast mascot.
I'm a father of one.
We haven't introduced him yet.
Yeah, he's the mascot of the podcast. Damn, he's really looking at you. It's my pet hamsters, and he's giving
It's that
Ishmael a
damn
death
gaming
stare.
headset.
Oh, he's looking at the light. Or no, he's looking at how stupid you look with that gaming
Yeah.
headset. He's like, damn, this is HR, by the way, guys. This is HR. He's gonna take care of it. It stands for house rat. but yeah, that's a little feature. Anyways, go on.
But anyways, like I remember this distinctly. We would have, you know, like those like shitty tables they use at potlucks, like the gray ones with the stands they pop up at like events, right?
Yeah.
The ones that fold up. They had one of those. They would bring it out, and then there were 5 seats. Like this is like American Idol or like the X Factor or whatever. And I would sit in the middle, and then there would be like 2 girls on either side, and then a girl would go up and like dance, you know, like do a little dance routine. Like they were all awful, obviously. And then I would just judge them based off of how cute I thought they were. So like I remember like the girl who like said that I could be the judge, she was like the cutest one. Every time I would give her like a high score, and then like the other girls would be upset, and then we would go through this like every day. And I just thought it was cool to be like in the center of that. I was like, yo, I'm kind of the shit at this daycare now.
Damn, you were the popular.
Yeah, like I got in with the little dance thing, the weird dancing that they're doing. And I remember being there and thinking like, oh, these dances are garbage. I don't know how I knew that, but it was like, this is awful. But I was
He's
just
already
like,
a dance critic, so young.
but I was
That's
like,
what led to American Idol. Oh my god.
and I was just showing favoritism. I was like, hey yo, you're kind of bad. I'll give you like an 8. The next one comes up, I'm like, that's a yikes. I'm gonna give you a 5.
Bitch, you ain't going nowhere.
And this is like 2nd grade. I'm like, yo, you should probably retire, dog. Like, I don't know.
You're ending careers before they started,
I
correct?
don't know how this is gonna work out. And that's like the last time I went to daycare. Like after that,
They probably got your name all plaqued out and everything.
if you go to that little community daycare center,
The man who could.
I'm like the aspiring Simon Cowell. I'm like the prodigy,
Okay.
the dance prodigy there.
What about you, Shameless? Any other crush stories?
I would say a crush story, but something to, like add to him, like with a bunch of girls.
Mm.
It's one like I would say 3rd grade, and I don't know if you guys ever had the girls go through this phase where like it's like a family kind of thing, where like one of the
Oh,
girls
yeah,
is like
yeah,
the
yeah,
mother,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
she was like, "You're my son."
Yeah, we did that all the time.
Oh, where you play house?
Yo, yeah, playing house. I
Yeah.
did that with the
Oh
queen.
my god. Dude,
Oh, okay.
that shit made me so depressed, bro. They always made my ass the mailman and everything.
No
They
way.
fucked my shit up. Or they
No.
that or they make me the dog, bro.
The
They
dog.
made the dog?
Yo.
Yo, they did you so
Man.
bad.
We fucked up,
Is
bro.
it the tooth again?
No, I got to be the dad, bro. I was living
Man, You
it.
fuck bitches.
Yo, like 3rd day with the queen from my first story. We were like, all right, let's play house. I got to be dad. Anyway, so you played house.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good memory.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. What
so-
sacred role did you get?
Who? Me?
You, yeah. What,
No, I
what
was gonna
sacred
say,
role
look-
did you get that defines the rest of our life?
He was the
No,
landscaper.
Landscaper? Why you gotta bring up landscaping? You're the plumber,
he
huh?
No, dude, I was IT.
was, no, he was
I
the
was-
pool boy.
I
People
was-
wanted him.
The pool boy.
The pool boy from those cringy 2005 music videos.
All right, so I would hang out with like a lot of the girls at
Yeah,
that time.
yeah, from the music
So,
videos. Yeah,
So
yeah.
the
Yeah.
first one, I was the dad on one of them.
Nice.
And then the second one, like I was the son. And these girls, like they
Wait.
ended up kicking it together.
Were you the stepson?
Were you? Did you have a stepsister?
I don't know.
By any
I
chance?
didn't know the other bits of my family at that time.
You should have got to know them.
So
All I'm saying.
everyone would like hang out in recess, and
Yeah.
then out of nowhere, like the other group of girls that I would hang out with, that was in a different class because they had a different class for like in third
Yeah,
grade.
yeah.
Well, I think it was third grade, but they found out that I was the dad in one of the families, and then I was the son on the other one. So what ended up happening is that these two girls started fighting over me,
No way.
and as a guy
Damn, he
back
had
there,
baby mama issues.
Yo, he did have baby mom issues.
at that time, I felt like badass compared to like
Yes,
all the other
sir. I
guys.
would feel like this shit.
I'm
You're
here
like, these are
fucking
my
like a
bitches.
fucking king.
Hold up, let me get my bitches in act. Hold up.
I was a pimp back then, and what ended up happening is that
Pimp cane and everything.
they actually ended up fighting, like actual fighting.
Like fist
No
fighting.
way.
Like
Yeah.
pulling hair.
Fuck yeah, dude! It was at the end.
Fuck yeah, dude.
At the end of school, like it was like in the what was it? It was like in the back, like by the soccer field,
Yeah.
where like everyone fucking grouped up there before the buses came.
Yeah, where the adults can't see.
Yep. And they threw hands right there. And I remember like we had a little bit of lunch money that we would just fucking throw at them, like quarters
No
and stuff.
way.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What? Okay, are these white girls?
Yeah, they were both like that.
They are whores. That's
Damn, you got.
I felt like one of them was racist because she offered me a chimichanga. I was like, what?
Bro. That sounds
Wait.
like production where all she knew was burrito, taco, and nachos.
Okay, what kind of area did you live in back then? Like, was this?
It was pretty ghetto, to be honest.
Okay.
Apartments, it was back in Colorado, so everything.
But did this happen often? Like girls just fighting at the school?
Not often. It just happened once.
Damn, you got girls
Because I was a new
fighting
kid
for
too,
you, bro.
I was a new kid
Oh,
too at the time.
shit.
I don't like how
He
these
was
stories.
for-
I don't like how these stories are going. You guys
He
are
was
successfully getting.
Foreign and exchange. You got
successfully
girls
getting bitches.
fighting over. Yeah.
Ain't nobody liking me and my stories. What the fuck?
You got me the dog, and he's got bitches fighting over him.
No. Oh wait, except for the ice rink one.
Honestly, like
Pretty
throughout
successful.
my school years, like I told you, like I'm not wasn't like aggressive, nor
No.
was I like depressed like him.
No, your stories say that like you.
What? We're just gonna fly by that.
What do you mean?
You were the anti-simp.
Very well.
I mean, I
Damn, that's impressive.
I would always be like with a bunch of groups there. I was friendly with everyone. Everyone knew me, every classes and everything. I was.
Wait, so who won?
I don't remember.
Damn, he didn't stick around for the
Damn.
results.
You didn't even know. He's
He's
like,
like,
fuck out of here.
Man, get my girls under control, and he left.
He's like,
Whew, I gotta get
I'm
this hair done
done.
again. Oh man.
he's got the suede, purple suede.
Like I gotta beat the 50 out of Stephanie. I'll be back.
No, but like at the end, I remember this white boy. He always smelled funky, and he was just picking up all the
So-
change that we threw at the girls.
That's the white kid. Lives
Sounds
in
like
the
you're
trailer
making
park,
fun of
doesn't
a poor
shower.
child.
You were making fun of kids in poverty now.
I was a bully. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, I respect. No, he's gotta demonstrate his power. Those kids gotta know their place. Damn.
Yeah, you gotta show your dominance in school.
Really put them in their place.
All right, dap me up. That's kind of sick.
Damn. Hey, can I get a dab?
I don't like it.
He probably would have been your dog.
Would have been your dog, man.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind paying a little extra. Put like some glass right here or something.
Come on,
I
man.
don't feel
you want to
safe
socially
anymore.
You
distance
just
from
want to
him?
be next to me anymore? Why, you don't
Yeah.
want to rub elbows? What's wrong?
No. He's like
Yo.
more of a predator now, if
Yo.
anything, not the way I view him.
Yo, ain't gonna be able to sleep the same near Eric.
Man.
Yeah, I
fuck
ain't getting
you.
drunk with you anymore.
Eric's next time we talk about a childhood, Eric's gonna be like, "Yo, I got another story." All right, so I think this is preschool, and like we were in there, and like this was recess, and like this girl was like sleeping in the field, and like I went up to her, and I was like, "What up?" And we touched knees, and then she started screaming, and then I got expelled.
I'll see the problem. I don't know how you still remember that story, but you know.
I don't remember telling you that
I
story.
remember telling that one, but whatever.
But that any kind of touch thing is real because I remember like desks and like having like when they set up desks in like the
Mhm.
groups
Yeah.
and like you're facing each other or like you're facing to the side of
Yeah.
someone and like just like touching legs you'd be like, "Ooh, I just touched someone, I
Yeah,
just
that was a
touched
big
her
deal,
leg."
just touching the girl you like in general. I remember in middle school too, like if you ever had a girl sit in front of you, she had long hair and she'd brush it back and it lays on your desk.
Oh, yes, sir.
And I'm like, fuck, what do I do with this? And then it gets in the way,
Hmm.
but you don't want to touch it. And like, like, make her think that you're being creepy or something like that. Eventually in high school when that happened, I was like, get your shit out of here.
You know what I did? I built that connection and then I played with the hair.
You play with the hair.
Yeah.
I honestly wished it away, like in between.
No, I built the connection. Like, I was like, yo, what up? And then played with the hair. I was like,
You were a fuckboy. Dudes who play with girls' hair in high school and shit. You were a bitch. That's what you were.
Honestly, like in middle school, I would like.
Low
I was a
key.
fucking big fucking clown in middle school, just trying to get. Yeah, I was trying to get attention from all the girls, like in middle school. But in high school, I was just like calm and like hung out with every girls. I hang out with Polynesians, Mexicans. I was around.
I wasn't like that open. Like, I wasn't looking to, like, you know, build connections with everyone. I was just like charismatic with the people I knew. That was about it. Even though I was like a fucking,
I feel like you were a quiet kid until like senior year.
even though I was like a bowling ball. I was a what?
Like quiet for until like junior and senior. I feel like that's
Yeah. Because honestly, I had like a really free middle school experience, and then going to the high school that we were at the
in
first
high
couple
school,
years.
I never thought you were a be funny guy.
First couple years in high school, I was pretty miserable. I was like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And we had like uniforms too, and
Yeah, we didn't talk to each other at all.
yeah. But like senior year, I kind of grew into it, and
When I harassed him for rent.
also,
But we'll get into how we met later.
yeah, we'll get on into all that later. Because our high school development is really interesting.
Yeah.
I went to public.
Especially how I met Shameless. It's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Back of a truck.
Hey, what? Back of the truck.
That's all I'm saying.
I sold him a few movies.
Tune into the But any other crush stories? I mean, I have other crush stories, but they're better for other topics, like their relationship things.
Mm,
You guys have any other just crush stories, like little
I
feeling
had another
things?
time in second grade. There was a girl named, but
Yeah, you remember?
Don't dox her.
I
I remember their names.
I
You remember?
to-
I don't
Yeah.
remember any of their names.
I
I
remember their
remember
names.
some of their names, but yeah, this girl, like, she admitted her, she confessed to me that she liked me,
Nice.
and she was. It's so brutal, but she was known as the ugly girl.
Oh,
Oh.
So-
Okay.
So I started crying
That's some-
again, as you do. I was like, "Fuck, man!"
God.
You're going to tell
and
me that he's
kids
the most
really are
emotional.
like that.
Yeah.
They really are like that. They're like, damn, the
So-
ugly girl. Like,
yeah.
like in front of her face, you'll say, damn.
I was like, "Hey, man, I get no bitches at this school, man. Man, how you gonna give me the ugly one, man?" And so I started crying. Like, what's wrong? I was like, don't talk to me. You don't understand, you ugly bitch. I was like,
That's yo.
I
You
need some
were
personal space. Oh, man.
you were a cute kid.
I was an adorable.
What was
kid.
wrong with your personality back then?
No, I wanted to be a dog. I ran around. I ran
the-
around.
I was-
I
You were
ran
the
around
kid
and all,
barking at people.
yeah, all fours running around.
That explains why he likes furry stuff.
What?
You,
No,
you enjoy
everyone in the
furries.
podcast. I don't want you guys thinking I'm a fucking furry. All right.
Yo, he's a
Yo.
closet furry,
I
bro.
watched Beastars one time.
He's a closeted furry.
Yeah, and
He's-
you're trying to recommend
He's
Beastars
warming
to
up
me.
to it.
I'm never going to be watching that furry stuff like you.
You're
You
missing
went to
out.
some.
It's a good story.
No, I didn't.
I know Iman's gonna watch it eventually.
Probably.
I won't let him.
He's going to
I
intervene.
won't let him.
He's going to intervene.
Here's the opening. I know you're
watching.
watching that shit in there.
He's zipping in the Ultima.
But yeah, and then her friends went to go comfort her, and like
Damn.
they were like, "Oh, you're so mean, Eric. You're so mean." And they tell the teacher on me, like, "Eric, we need to talk." I was like, "Ah, fuck, here we go again." I did not have sexual relations.
Yo, why is it always gotta be like that?
You always got caught. I never got caught for that stuff.
Bro, I lived in the school was in Sandy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
For those who might not live in Utah, it was a very white, strict neighborhood or city, and yeah, so that's the context. I'm a
And
minority.
especially back then. Now it's a little bit more ghetto, but especially
Yeah.
back then.
Back then, it was very preservative. And yeah, so the teacher's like, "Hey, what'd you say?" I was like, "I don't." The ugly girl likes me, man.
You
She's
should
like,
have told her that.
yeah, she's like, oh, Eric, there's no ugly girls. I was like, bitch, are you blind? Like, there's some pretty ugly people here. And she's like, well, you can't go around telling them that. And I was like, well, I mean, what else?
Eric,
Like,
Eric had
am
his
I-
future moment. He's like, girl, it's an evil world we live in. It's an evil world.
evil
Dude,
world.
did you ever see that the video of those two dudes like they're like in a radio talk show and stuff,
Mm,
and one of them was like something about inner beauty.
mhm.
It was like no man walks around with an X-ray to check your inner beauty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna be like, yeah, that's Eric's speech right there.
But yeah, so she just told me, don't be a dickhead. And I was like, man, you don't get me.
I didn't confront people like that. I should have for a few people though, honestly. But like,
I don't know if we have time for another story. We're about 3 minutes. You can squeeze it in if it's a quick one.
I just want to say, like the from fourth grade and on, I like the people I crushed on. I realized that this is why I became the funny guy, because I realized that was the end with the girls. You become the funny guy, you make them laugh, they start to get into you.
Yeah,
right?
that's what carried me through a lot of my relationships. A lot of people, I don't think they would like me if I didn't have my personality with the funniness.
Mm.
Take it too far with
Because I already know, like, on the scale of attractiveness, I put myself like at a 6'5", honestly. But I can put my personality up to like an 8'7".
Mm.
So I think that's the stuff that like makes people attracted to me, for the most part. I mean, in my younger days, I think more physically.
Yeah,
I was,
'cause
I was a cute kid. But
There were so many people you talk to, and then like you talk to them for more than 10 minutes, and you realize how dry they are.
yeah, and that's like what as I matured on, I realized like, okay, I really don't care. Like, obviously, I still have my basics of what I find a person attractive, but honestly, to these days, I care more about your personality. You can
Absolutely.
be attractive as hell, but if you're dry as fuck, I could give a shit.
I think more of the attractive girls than just having one of those bitchy attitudes.
Yeah, and like that's kind of what we're gonna get into with another episode when we talk about like our early relationships. Is that like the people that I was into for that kind of stuff? I crushed on the hot people, but I never went past that. And I think we'll probably find some sort of connection there when we talk about that stuff, because that is after the crushes.
Yeah, I
That's
think we
the
had a pretty
next
good
personal
episode
topic.
today. We went through my sexual allegations.
All right, I'm
Iman's
leaving now.
story and everything else. Thank you so much for watching. Cue the music. Have a good night, everybody. Goodbye.